watching my wrist says.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Stafford now to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Is going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Hardman on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got him in. It's Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Now Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Back deep for the Rams is Tutu Atwell. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
is tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. They'll get that complete to Parkinson. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the red zone now, Stafford. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now 2nd and 5. To the air again, Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Stafford. And he'll just get rid of it. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
The downside for the defense is they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And this one is right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And Kelce's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
What's the deal, y'all?
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now it's Mahomes again. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch good for 8, but still... And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with... All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes left side. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-3. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. A nice little juke. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Rams' 41-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams' 10-yard line.
Running left to give to Pacheco. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. They go play fake. Mahomes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down at a yard. Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this up past the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Handoff now for Pacheco.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Trying to take this home, they'll run.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
So now Stafford and the Rams
trailing 10-3. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Now it's Stafford.
This is Robinson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Stafford now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Now Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now 2nd and 4.
Stafford.
That is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
What a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.